Today I'm gonna talk about ways to change the look of your ZoomNotes planner. However, I've been trying to do this video every day for the last week, and I just can't get it done because there's so many ways to do it, and it was becoming a very long video. And I just finally, just a minute ago, decided to make this into bite-sized pieces and just do one way of doing it at a time because there's so many ways. It's like I kept, as I was going, I was thinking, oh, I could do this, or oh, I could do that. And I got bogged down in it. Y'all know how I'll get off on a rabbit trail, and it was just getting longer and longer and longer. So I'm just going to show you one way, and we'll call this, let's see, we're going to call it a series, and this is going to be one, okay, and I'll try it. I don't know how many because it will grow, who knows, but I need to go ahead and say this up front. I am not sure. I specifically said look of your ZoomNotes planner simply because I'm not sure what all will work with a purchased planner that you got from somebody else. They may or may not have used ZoomNotes. If they did use ZoomNotes, then you can modify it, probably. But if they didn't, I don't know what they used, and I don't know I don't know if it would work or not. So I'm not going to make the claim that you can do this with all planners everywhere in the world. I'm going to just talk about what I have created in ZoomNotes. Now, this is the planner that I showed you how to make last week. And I'm going to change just one page. And I'm going to go ahead and show you because I kind of hinted at it on the last video, and someone asked me about it. And it's to use printable journals. There is such a thing as journals that you can buy from Etsy where people have already done all the design work as far as the pictures and the making pockets, so that you print all this thing out and you can create junk journals that include pockets and tabs and different ephemera, all right, different stuffs that you can include in your pages. And those usually are around $2 or less. They're very inexpensive. So if you wanted the whole journal, your whole entire journal to look like a specific package of those, you could do that. Now I'm using it to update just one page at a time because I want to be able to change the look of my journal at will. And let me see if I can find, I just decided to do this, so I need to, I'm going to open up the pages so that I can find a blank page. No, I didn't mean to do that. Pages. And see, I've already changed a lot of them while trying to do this video. There's so many ways you can modify it. So I'm just going to pick a random week. What we're going to talk about today is using the printable journals. So if I go to Etsy, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. Just go to Etsy and search for, I'm going to ask for a printable junk journal because that's what I like. These are really cool. If you want to do a hard copy, you could use these, and I'll show you an example of what they look like. This Busy Bee journal right here. Now that one's $5. Thing about Etsy is that if you put something in your cart and just leave it there, odds are good that the shop owner will send you a percent off. I rarely ever pay 100% of a bill. Well, look, here's one. Printable lined journal pages. See, it's $3.78. It's on sale. It ends in 5 hours. But if I click on that, see how it's got both sides of the page? Now, this particular one is not a junk journal. It doesn't look like it has the pockets and all that I was just describing to you, but it does have both sides of the paper, and it's got the line running through the middle. The difference in it and like a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you can buy background paper all the time, but because they design it with both sides, then you're not having to stretch it to make it fit the journal you have. At least the proportions are right. It might not come in exactly to fit your page exactly, but at least the proportions are there. So that's why I like buying these kinds of things, that so you can, I find different artists and then I'll go through and look at all their stuff. See, this is another one that looks good. Now, you know, it's, how much is it? $2.80. I wouldn't necessarily buy this because it appears that it only has one design. I wouldn't buy that. But anyway, let me go ahead and go back to ZoomNotes because I already have some that I have created or downloaded. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add a layer, and I'm going to make it current. Then I'm going to import from iCloud. See, here's some that I have already done. But here's another one. I'm going to pull this page in. There's a lot more pages. I just haven't downloaded them yet. Okay, so this is what this looks like. Now, it appears, see how it's got a tab over on the right? Well, that's a tab that you can use to, if you're printing it out, go ahead and fold that over and glue, apparently. See, okay, it looks like that line running down the middle on the right side. That's intended to be a pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this into the edit. If I go to image, go to edit, and I'm going to crop off all the places that look like they would fold. See, that is so cool to me. That looks so neat. Now, there is a calendar there, but see, that's 1851. It's not intended to be the calendar. It's just part of the image. So now I do done. I cut off all the edges, do done. Now I can stretch it to fit over the page that is already there. And again, because it's proportioned better. Now see, I didn't crop the bottom well enough, so I need to go back and do that again. Just cut that white off the bottom. Done. Now this particular page is so busy that I don't know that, see, you can see my events showing through, but because this page is so dark, it's hard to see it. Let me move that down. Now I also, if I add, I'm going to leave that alone for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other thing that I do is create another layer plus, and I have coils and center parts that go down, and I got those from Etsy as well. But if you have a document that already includes the spiral in the middle of the page, then just grab it and get rid of the page behind it. See, let me show you. If I go to my symbols, no wait, let me make sure I'm on a, yeah. I wanted to make sure that my current is the thing, and I'm going to do coil, C-O-I-L. Now see, I only have one with the name coil, but I'm going to open it up and just so you can see it. And this will do great. It's one that I'm pretty sure that I created myself. But like I said, you can download these. I found one yesterday on Etsy that you got like 12 colors for $1. So really and truly, it's worth the $1 to just go ahead and get it and have them on hand. But let's suppose this was in a document that already existed and I've just done a grab. And when you do a grab, you get the background as well. So I'm going to take this and pull it into I'm going to pull it into edit first. And I've got that on my toolbar. And go ahead and make it smaller. And do done. And then I'm going to take it to the transparency, which is down on my toolbar. And I'm going to go ahead and tap the tan. See, it just gets rid of that. Now, do save. And now I have a coil that I can twist and reduce in size to fit running down the middle. Ta-da. See, nothing to it. Instant change of the page. Now again though, it's too dark to be able to see the months. So what I could do is, first of all, either not use this page as a calendar page, but just as an insert, an extra page. See, if I'm going to duplicate this page, and that way, if I decide that I'm going to turn this off as a calendar page, and then, it doesn't matter whether you can see it or not. This is just an extra page in the middle of my book that I wanted to look this way and actually take advantage of the pocket to insert little stuff inside that pocket. And what I would do to do that is do a grab. Let me make it smaller. A grab of the pocket so that I have a piece that I can put on top of whatever I decide to put inside the pocket. Now, I haven't changed it yet. Let me go ahead and do this. See what I mean? I get all lost. But okay, so I need to turn off the fact that this is a calendar page, because the previous one, when I made a copy, what I decided was I don't want to use it as a calendar page, just as an insert page kind of a thing, because it is so dark. Normally, I wouldn't pick this, but I just liked the image, so that's why I did it. So now I'm on this page, and I'm going to turn off the fact that this is a calendar page. So I'm going to go to the eye and turn off is calendar page and do done. Now, sometimes it takes a minute for the stuff to disappear, the extra things. You have to either move something or it'll eventually get rid of the stuff that's on those pages. But if I'm going to not have the encouraging calendar, I'm going to turn off the planner, just getting rid of things that I know I don't want on this page. And what else could I'll go to the table and make sure that's turned off. So if I go to planner, because that's where your table's going to be current, make it visible. And I'm going to go down here, enable type filtering, and have the table selected. So now I should be able to just choose the table that is on the planner layer. And make sure that, see, it's selected, this right here. And when I moved that, that's when all that mess disappeared. All right. That's what, you just have to move something around to make it happen. So now all that's gone, and I'm going to go ahead and hide the planner again, which is that table. And now now remember that I put on the pasteboard the got to turn this off. I tapped and put the copy. See, now all I have to do is put something. Let's just find just something to put, quote unquote, in the pocket. So if I go to my symbols, cancel that out, and just find something, anything. I'm going to tap on that and see what that is. Okay, just some stuff. See, it keeps going behind the picture. So I'm going to move this up now and take this into edit. Go to the edit thing and go ahead and crop out. I'm just trying to get something to put inside my pocket. So now I've got that. Now I need to have a little bit so that I can erase it in transparency. It's easier if it's okay. Then do save and continue because I want to get more stuff, and I can do that. Save and continue. Save and continue. Tap and do done. That just gave me a bunch of little pieces of ephemera, per se, what you call it. And I'm going to go to transparency, tap on the border. See what I mean? I should have left, well, if I make it a little bit more strong. Okay, do save. And now take another one. Bring it into transparency, tap on the border, save, bring this one in, take it to transparency, tap on the border, save. And that's enough. That's all I'm going to do. I'll delete this other thing. Delete that. All right, so now I've got these three pieces that, I can tilt and just change the orientation, just make a little stack of stuff that will go behind the pocket. Now I'm going to move all of this to the front because it kept going behind the main picture. See if it's doing, oh, you know what? Let's see. The problem is I pulled it into planner instead of putting it up higher. So the layer that is covering it, no amount of moving it to the front is going to make it work. I have to move that to a higher level. So I'm going to pull it into 10. I've got it selected. Do selected to current. See, now it's in the front. Done. And this piece, I'm not real sure where this is. Move to front. Nope, it's on the layer beneath it. So again, I'm going to select it and move it to the current. Selected to current now. And see how I've suddenly got stuff in my pocket. Needs to be a little bit bigger. So there you have it. I'm not real sure what happened to my oval. That's okay, I don't need it. But see, now I have a page that looks like this. Now I probably would do a drop shadow for this right here, which means I need to find the edge. Do find boundary shape and make sure that the boundary shape it created has a drop shadow. But because the paper is so dark, it may not show up. So I need to go to the shape properties, draw shadow. And even though I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see. A little bit, not a whole lot. Well, you can see that. So I need to just put it back underneath the... So now it looks like there's a layer. If I do the same thing with the one above it, do find boundary shape, and again go to the shape properties and turn on shadow. Now that's a little bit better. Maybe I should do the same thing to the pocket. I could play with this stuff all day long. Find boundary shape. Now see, all I need to do is change my default shape. Go to shape properties, turn on there. Okay, so now it has a little bit more three-dimensional. But if I change my default to include that draw shadow, I wouldn't have to keep redoing this like I am. But there you have it. Just how to create a page using a printable in your journal. Now let me see if I go to the next page, how the turning. See, the turning does fine. There you go. And go back here to the previous page and get rid of that, because I can get rid of the image and leave the spiral that's running through the middle of it, and it will turn on the spiral. I love ZoomNotes. Okay. All right. Have a good one here. Bye.